Alright, so how many Pokemon Buzz videos have I done? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means I know what I'm doing for the 10th episode. Hello Nimbas! I'm the Nerve LPs, and welcome to the 10th episode of the Pokemon Buzz. Pretty exciting stuff! It's hard to think that this series has made it to 10 episodes, especially with the unneeded hiatus months ago. Yeah, I'm sorry for bringing that up. It sounds kinda dark, but it goes with this week's Pokemon, Zoroark. Zoroark is a really interesting Pokemon, thanks to its ability, Illusion. This ability allows Zoroark to come into a battle as the Pokemon in the 6th slot, which makes the competitive scene more strategic. Just be careful when using this thing, because it's a glass cannon with great attack, special attack, and speed. Pokemon like Crobat, Florges, and Nidoqueen are great Pokemon to cover Zoroark's weaknesses. Also, it reminds me of Skillet. You know, the rock band? No? I think it's just me. Alrighty then, we'll just move on to the movesets then. One thing I like to clear up on is that these moves may be viable, but may not have the purpose for tournament use. Rather, these are sets for general competitive players. The first set is pretty common. The recommended nature for this set is Timid, although Modest works just as well. To ensure it can outperform a majority of fast Pokemon, it is encouraged to max out speed and special attack EVs. The item can either be a Focus Sash or Life Orb. Start off Zoroark's first turn with a Nasty Plot, or Calm Mind if you want an additional boost in special defense, or if you're just too lazy to breed Nasty Plot. Unless Zoroark can actually learn it. But don't come to me for that kind of answers. If your last Pokemon is one that can learn one of these, it's easier to fool the opponent. Follow up with a Night Daze or Dark Pulse for stab, or Focus Blast to deal with other Dark types, as well as any Steel types. Flamethrower is mostly useful for those Bug and Steel type Pokemon, while Grass Knot is useful for heavy Pokemon like Aggron. Additionally, you can switch for either Extra Sensory or Hidden Power Flying to add a bit of variety to the field. You can also replace Nasty Plot or Calm Mind with Trick, for a surprise no opponent will expect. The best items to use with Trick are Choice Scarf or Choice Specs, as it will also benefit Zoroark if you choose not to use Trick. If you want to do something different however, have Zoroark hold a Flame Orb or Sticky Barb. Many will argue that there are better Pokemon to use these kind of items with moves like Trick or Switcheroo, such as Lopunny, and I will agree with this, however, it doesn't hurt to try something new. For a more physical Zoroark, your best natures are either Adamant or Jolly, with max EVs on both attack and speed. While it may not have the best physical move pool, what it does have makes it a decent source for a physical sweeper. On the first turn, use Sword Stance to increase the attack stat. From there, you can go to town, or Unova, with Sucker Punch and Knockoff. Low Kick complements this set well with heavier Pokemon, while Return is there for a little more power. There's also the option of U-Turn, which sounds questionable at first, but trust me with this. You can get an insane amount of damage and even a potential knockout while getting a free switch. Some trainers run a mixed Zoroark, combining its great special move pool with its decent physical move pool. Naive nature, while it sounds odd, is highly encouraged with this set. For the moves, anything really goes. Just make sure you have knockoff for removing the opponent's items. I found this last set while watching a video in my subscription feed, and I found it worthy of discussing. Any neutral natures, such as Sirius or Docile, are your best bets for this set, combined with the Focus Sash, since you don't want either of your defenses naturally lowered. You want to start off this Zoroark set off with a Taunt to prevent any stat boosters the opponent may have, causing them to use only attacking moves. If the opponent has physical moves, you'll survive any of the attacks thanks to the Focus Sash and strike back hard with counter. This move can be devastating if used correctly, and there are other Pokemon than Zoroark that make this unwritten move feared by the opponent. I'm gonna make this outro super short, since the last one was as long as Rayquaza's body.
No!
Thank you guys for watching and sticking around for 10 episodes. If you have any Pokemon suggestions, just leave them in the comments or on Twitter. Speaking of which, feel free to subscribe to this channel and follow them on Twitter. Trust me, it's worth your time. Also, swing by my channel if you want to. Here's to many more, and keep training to be the best.